control us and we cannot control them. I don't know what's going to happen after that. I fear the worst. I think that these beings on board UFOs have done this before. We can't be the very first planet that this ever happened to. And they can't be the very first beings who ever did this to a planet. You have to think widely. This probably has happened many times in the past, and it's happening to us now. And I do think that this is ultimately, as abductees have said over and over again, that this will be a takeover.
And no segment of humanity is immune from this nefarious agenda. Money and social status will not save you from ET colonization.
I have talked to people who have PhDs and MDs, people who are university professors, people who are physicians, people who are attorneys, LLDs, who are abductees and who say X, Y, and Z just like everybody else. I've talked with 5 different people who are members of the clergy. They all say the same thing. I've talked with people who are in graduate school and everybody else in between. It doesn't matter. The religion doesn't matter. None of that matters. They all say the same thing. It's important information. It's the most important thing I could ever do in my life, and I think that Bud felt that way too. I think that most serious UFO researchers feel that way, and it's something that I'm glad I did. And at the same time, if I hadn't have done it, I probably would have lived a better life. Probably had a happier, jauntier aspect to me. But I hope that it convinces some people who want to look into this to do so seriously and properly. That would be good. That would be a tremendous help, obviously, for the whole society, for the whole world, if I may talk in these large terms. Anybody can do what I'm doing, as long as abductees are willing. Anybody can do it as long as they're doing it right. The problem with it is that everybody thinks it's crazy, and if you do it, you have to keep your mouth shut because they'll think you're crazy. And if you don't charge money, then you're just wasting time for many people, and it's a tough one. It's a hard one. But there were others who did research, and they came up with good material as well. So I hate to be one of the last few.